if we are on this topic about educating the children, the kids in our families, what do you think about homeschooling children among Christians? Is this something you suggest it's a good idea, or depends again on every case is different and they need different things?
Yeah. Well, so again, I've had experience in this as well. So a lot of times people want to homeschool because they want to protect their child. I get that. They don't want the child to be influenced by the world, but oftentimes the parent that's supposed to be educating the child just can't educate the child. They don't have the skills, they don't have the gifting. And I know a woman, she drove bus and she was homeschooling her children. So she put all the kids on the bus, they would travel, and she'd teach them while she's driving a bus. And then how she taught math is she took them to the grocery store and taught them how to buy food and did math that way. When it came time for science and chemistry, they offered nothing. So yet on the other hand, I've seen parents who are tremendous, really tremendous at, if they weren't teaching, they formed a co-op and they had other Christian moms and dads, take a class. And so, yes, I think homeschooling is great if they're qualified. It's the same. Christian schools qualified, public schools qualified. Is a family qualified? What's the most important thing? The Bible says, train up your child in the way he should go. So essentially that responsibility falls to the parent, and we have to discover the best way we can achieve that.
Well, do you think the pastors should be helping the parents more in the churches, finding the best way for their children? Because sometimes the parents are just feeling lost in this battle and this running around, working jobs, many children in the family, maybe paying bills. They're confused.
Right.
Do the pastors do enough to help the parents?
Some pastors are equally disqualified because they don't know they don't know who what, or who's good at homeschooling. It's helpful that a pastor would research it and find out as best he can, but if he's not really familiar with it, he's going to offer information that he really hasn't qualified the information. And he can say X, Y, and Z, and it could be great, and he can say X, Y, and Z, it could be terrible. But again, I go back to team ministry. Hopefully there's somebody in the church team that has the gifting of education. And hopefully they're carrying that ball, and hopefully the senior pastor is allowing him to carry the ball. What we do well, we should do well. What we don't do well, we better find somebody else who can do it. I've seen homeschooling be wonderful, and I've seen children that have really suffered because of it. I am a big believer, if they do have homeschooling, they should take standardized testing, which means that the child is evaluated how well he's learning. There has to be a score sheet where you see, is my child learning or is he not learning?
Yeah, that's good.
And if he's not learning, what do we need to do to fix it?